Right, a little job for a friend of mine. Triumph Daytona, customised in inverted brackets. You know what that means, don't you? He crashed it. Somebody was coming the other way in a country lane in a car, took out all the road. He had nowhere to go, so it went down the road, bent the front end, buckled the wheel. This is a different front end on it just to get it moving. That head fairing bit is when we put the new forks on just to get it moving, the bracket's not in place, but we just wanted it on a trailer. The wiring is, yes, custom wiring loom. There's a little switch around here somewhere. Here it is. Right, no key in the ignition. Oh, the battery's off. Dickhead. The fan is wired to that switch, so it just comes on when you feel like it. Indicator lights, neutral. There's 3 LEDs. I can't tell if you can see them or not. There's 3 LEDs there for full beam and something else, God knows what. So it stood for a couple of years with the petrol in it. Now, the fuel that came out was that colour green. All the float jets were stuck in place. That's the left hand cylinder, that's the right hand cylinder, sorry, the middle, that's the right hand cylinder. It's going to get washed out properly. It's got that in it at the minute. Apparently it's supposed to work. And I did take one of the jets out earlier and give it a little, and it has come up quite nice just by wiping it over with a cloth. So I'm going to just leave that overnight. It won't hurt. So I'm going to fill those two up. Try and get some new O-rings as I've got it this far. The little plungers on the jets were, see, this one's not moving. This little spring loaded bit in the top, they should be moving. If not, it'll have to be new jets. And these bits, the houses, seats, it's got these for overflow tubes. That is the vacuum pipe for the fuel tap. What a shite. All these, everything's cable tied together. You can see there was one on there on the fuel tap. Lovely. So the tank where it went over, I'll see if I got something that will get that off. God knows what it is. Yeah, and it's had a little scrape down the road. I don't think he's too precious about the looks. I just wants it MOT'd and up and running. So he got these forks off of eBay, which turned out to be too short. Don't know what they're off. So rather than muck about with the old forks, I'll just get new stanchions. So at least we know we've got the right ones. The springs should be right. The forks are sort of yeah, and then we'll go from there. We'll have the wiring apart, have a look at that, try and tidy that up a bit. It just looks, I mean, there's 3 negative, positive, negative. And when you look at the battery, this is obviously dead as a dodo. Positive, negative, negative, all 3 were used on the bike, so I'll find out what's going on there. I'll put my Optimate on this, which isn't technically a charger, it's sort of a conditioner. So I put it on there, left it overnight, nothing, not a sausage. Put a voltmeter across it, it's 0.2 of a volt. So I did the old, I know that's a decent battery, put jump leads from that battery to this battery, obviously positive to positive, negative to negative, and I put this from the battery charger on the positive of that one, and the negative of the battery charger to the negative of this one, and left it overnight, so it had to cycle between the two batteries. And now there's 12.7 volts in it. I'll put it on the Optimate, that brings it right up, conditions it, discharges, does a little jobby, whatever it does, and now it's quite happy. So if you have got a battery that is completely dongled, rather than throw it away, put jump leads to a decent battery and split the charger between the two. It can bring the back to life, even though that's a lithium battery. It didn't get hot, was quite happy. It's going to have new caliper seals. These were seized, shot. This went round the front wheel. Going to need a new speedo cable. That was trapped between the fork leg and the disc. That was lovely. I did try, before I took the carbs and everything off, see that was cable tied onto the airbox. The breather should have one of these clips on it. The sun's out in your face, I don't know if you can see it, one of them clips. I just spun it over in the starter when I had the battery charged, and all it did is click. So we'll have a look at the starter relay, see what's going on there. This is turning the captive nut, so that wouldn't undo. Triumph in their wisdom to change the air filter, which is gone. No, it isn't. It's in this rather sexy box. This box goes round the frame, goes in there, one-handed, goes back up there. You can't take the air filter out without taking the carbs out, taking the back of the air filter box off each side, and then wiggling the air filter box out, because it's got all those screws. You can't get to that one because the frame is in the way. You can't get to that one because the frame is in the way. Probably can't get to these underneath because there's just no room. So it's just a pig. So you need to take the carbs out, and just seeing how crusty these are. They're not too bad. A hot air gun, when I put it back together, soften them up a bit. That one, you can see, it's had, these are the Triumph clips, and that was around the middle. It works, but it's not the right one. Another cable tie holding something on. The garage stinks of stale petrol. It's stained the aluminium green. It's gone proper crusty, as you can see. So I should put that. It's ultrasonic fluid. I will use carb cleaner and try and get it in as many jets as possible, because just dumping these in ultrasonic cleaner won't clean them. It's a myth. You've got so many drillings, and you can put it in the, you need a big ultrasonic cleaner to be able to put it in there, turn it round, move it about, and if you've got a blockage in an airway or a fuelway, the fluid won't get into it, and it will never clean it. Never in a minute. You need to get physically air and fluid in there and force it out. It's just the way it is, especially when you've those four little holes at the back, see them just under the butterfly. You've got a hole there for slow running, and you've got 4 at the back here. This one's a bit shinier, so when you no, I have to use this one. You can see those 4 holes. Is it 4 or is that a bit of dirt? Anyway, those little holes there, the ultrasonic cleaner will not, if they're blocked somewhere, will not get in there. And I'm thinking as well, if these are always being really small and the ultrasonic fluid is in and starts to cavitate and makes air bubbles, that will effectively push the fluid out, which again will stop it being in contact with the surface which you want to clean. So yes, what is that? Got a gold thing on it. I've just seen that. That's got a gold jobby. These are all open because this screws in from the other side of that. That's your main jet with the jet on the screws in the top, that fella. So what? Oh, see, it's dropped down now, look at that. I'm gonna have to investigate that. Oh, it's moving. What the hell is that? Bear with, I'll come back.